Meet Mr. Peabody. He's a Maboo puffer. He's going to get like 30 inches, going to go in the 800-gallon tank. He's new to me. He's been on snail patrol, something wicked fierce. And I'm trying to teach him how to eat some bloodworms, but he hasn't quite gotten it yet. He's still hunting through the substrate for snails, which is a good thing because I got way too many snails. But this little cute, cuddly little potato is going to turn into a monster who likes to eat clamshells. And I just can't get enough of pufferfish. They're too inquisitive. Is he going to take a bite finally? Nope. He's going to rub his belly on him. He's kind of tasting him. He doesn't know what to do with them. The guppies do. You can see the guppies come in. He's been chasing them off. He knows he wants the food, but he hasn't quite figured out what worms are in comparison to snails. But he's been eating well, so maybe it's too many snails. You can see his little eye just tracking. The eyeballs can go independent, and when the Maboo puffers get big, like Ladybird and Hank and Murphy, they actually have to tilt their head to the side, look at it, and then turn towards the food and go bite it again, because they can't look in front of themselves. They can only look to the side. But yeah, you see the little helicopters motoring around in there. He's still going through his kind of quarantine, hanging out, eating snails before he upgrades to bigger and better tanks. But I just thought you guys would want to meet Mr. Peabody. Are you going to do it this time? You're all primed. You're lined up. Turn to the side, take a quick peek. Still there? You could do it. I find that these gentle giants take so long to learn some of the most basic things, and then they become just these puppy dogs. So much like, getting a brand new dog like that. You can see he's blowing in the gravel, looking for snails because he's been eating snails. And from that 10-gallon, he's going to move to something like this 40 breeder here. So I'm breeding these rainbows, collecting some eggs, just put a mop in today to swap it out. We've also got some ember testers in there, but if I go too big of a tank, you can see how scared he was. I've done from that size to 300-gallon tanks, and they just won't eat. And so I find that you have to step them up. But I'm in love and want to make more of these Bleharai rainbows. The coloration on them is just so good. Especially in the morning and at night at sunset, they'll color up a bunch. Their foreheads will flash different colors, and the mating behavior is really fun. And this tank should offer more cover. You can see kind of in the center there's that alcove, and on each side there's lots of cover there. And then there's also a snail population in here, which will help transition him. Long term, needs to eat shelled foods the whole time. So lots of clams on the half shell, and things like crayfish, which are illegal here, but I can buy them frozen, bigger snails, and making sure we're filing the teeth down because their teeth grow like a rabbit. And so it's important to basically every day feed shelled foods. And so many people get that wrong. It's expensive. It's hard to source. Oh man, look at this ember. Those ember tetras are such beauties in the aquarium, showing off to each other. Let me show you the next tank after this. From the 40 breeder, I'll go to this. So this is a 150-gallon tank. Right now, it's kind of just a live bearer farm. It's got an ellipsifer eel in it. It's got some mollies. It's got guppies, and then orange laser corridors that won't stop laying eggs. I've got fry right now. There's eggs on the glass. Let's see if I can zoom in and kind of show those to you. Those white dots on the glass there. Lots of plant cover. This tank will get redone before he moves in, and so he's ready to go from the 10-gallon to the 40-gallon as soon as I pull some eggs from those rainbow fish. He'll probably be there for 3 or 4 months, getting some size on him, getting him used to me walking up and feeding him before we move him to something like this. And this is the backdrop to all my videos, and so people can watch Mr. Peabody grow up. And but we got to make room, because if he moves in here and he's like 6 inches, there's no room on the right-hand side at all. There's a little bit up top and barely any on the bottom. So a lot of the rocks need to come out. Some of the wood needs to come out. Lots of the plants need to come out. And this will be his home. I'm hoping for an additional year-ish. So he can just kind of be right next to me. This is where my desk is and all of that. And then let's take a look at the next step up. All right. After the 150, he could go into here, which is a 230-gallon tank. It's 30 inches front to back, not super tall. Right now we've got Bristol shubunkins that I've been growing out that'll probably live in the pond, and I keep some here in the fish room. I've got this, I call it the Alice in Wonderland fish, the flagtail Prochulotus. That will be living in a big tank as well because it gets about 2 feet, but it's an algae eater, so that's cool. And so this, depending on how he does in the 150, he might come live here and make sure he does okay before we upgrade him again. But this is 230 gallons of water, so it's another step up. But the other tank was only 24 inches front to back. This one is 30 inches front to back. And so it gives him that turning room. And this will make sure that he's really ready and personable and will eat for my wife and my mother-in-law if we're out of town before he goes into the big tank. And the final tank, the 800-gallon aquarium, currently inhabited by Pseudotropheus celosi cichlids. I'm going to zoom in now, which is all the yellow and the black and blue striped fish. There's also clown loaches in there, but you couldn't or shouldn't keep the African cichlids with the Maboo puffer just because they have different dietary requirements, and the African cichlids could pick at the fins, and there's all kinds of that kind of stuff. So long term, this won't have the African cichlids. This is actually going to change here in the next few weeks into something else. You know, as you saw, we have other big fish, and long term, those will probably be cohabitated in something like this. If any of the fish ever outgrow the 800 gallon, we have a 1500 gallon, which is basically twice as big, at the retail store in Edmonds, Washington. And so that's how I feel confident playing with some of these bigger fish. You know, I've done it over the last 10, 15 years a lot, and it's a big food bill and everything of that goes with it. But, you know, it's like having a dog, you know, it just has specialized diet and specialized care. And so Mr. Peabody, the new little mascot of Aquarium Co-op. If you didn't ever figure it out, our mascot is Maboo Puffer. So I absolutely love puffers. And after some healing, after losing Ladybird, who used to live in the 800-gallon tank a couple years ago, I am ready to move on and have Mr. Peabody. So give him a warm welcome. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments, and we'll see you later.